Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Ironman Progress series. In the last episode we ended off a dry streak of about 900 kc at 1503 kc with a duplicate Onyx. So that was great. Still hunting the blowpipe, but I've done a few more kc since then and I don't want to do it anymore. So what we're going to do is we are just going to fill up our crystal because we were pretty much out. And then we're actually going to go and do Theatre of Blood. We've got a couple of things to get back first, like a Defender and some Dragon Boots. But I've recently joined a new clan called Iron Relax and joined the events team in there. And we are going to run, or should I say I'm going to run a Theatre of Blood learner event. So people like myself who don't really know how to run top can learn with some expert teachers in the clan. There's loads of them, loads of really high level PVMers in there that absolutely love a bit of top. So yeah, gonna take advantage of that and get some scent. It's content I've done in the past, but not really something I've done recently. So yeah, I think it'll be a good thing to run and get to know the people in the clan and just get to know Theatre of Blood as a UIM. Really. So we're going to grab our Defender, we're going to grab some D-Boots, and we're going to grab a Salve. I think it's just a normal Salve. I don't think we're going to be dropping that because it'll be a pain in the ass to get back. But yeah, we're going to have a good time this episode. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to end up at all 3 raids, maybe. I'm not too sure. But I hope you enjoy. And yeah, I'll speak to you in a second. So, we've just finished our first KC. I completely forgot that I was a YouTuber and should have been recording. But yeah, first KC we've ever done, and the person we were running with got a duplicate pet. So that was pretty cool. All in all, it went terribly. Most of the rooms were fine. It was just Verzik itself literally died trying to go in and out, and it you know, it didn't go well, as it doesn't for people, so got to learn the timing on that. Once I get a bit more confident, I think we'll go through the rooms and actually talk about the rooms and each of the bosses and what they do and what's different for a UIM. At the minute, we're just kind of running the melee DPS role, which isn't great because obviously we've not got the best melee gear compared to some other people. But yeah, we're just gonna send a few more and see if we can get Verzik down, see if we can get a deathless. That'd be nice. First boss is Maiden. Not the most difficult one so far. From what I've noticed, it all kind of depends on the team you're with throughout the raids I've been. Obviously, this is only the video from the second KC, so it might not go as well as I'm remembering. But yeah, it mostly is down to the team and the freezing and whether the freezes get right. But you know, as for me being the kind of e-girl role, I just have to dodge poison, well, dodge blood, not poison, and help DPS some of the crabs when they come in, I guess. Is basically all I really have to do here. So yeah, this room's not too bad. Okay, second room is Bloat, and the most difficult thing for me during this entire thing was remembering to put my salve on. Because I didn't every time. I pretty much forgot. So, yeah, it's mostly just run around, avoid him, get your Sea Hallies in, and don't fly and PK your team, basically, from what I've learned. Dodging the Fallen Hands is mostly okay. Yeah, not really much to say about this room. It's a nice, simple, quick room. What I will say is that obviously by this point, other people will, you know, kind of drop what they've got and drop what they brought in, but obviously we are, you know, 7, 8, possibly more inventory slots fewer than everyone else we're running with. So when it comes to actually getting anything from this chest, there's not a lot we can go for. So what I was doing was dropping my super strength to pick up a stamina, and then just having to go in with the supplies that we already had. And the next room is the one that I was scared of the most. Not so much scared, but more intimidated by. So the Nilo room is wave-based. It's kind of like the monkey room at TOA for those that have done TOA but haven't done TOB. So it's a set rotation of spiders that come in. You'll mostly stick to your own and then help clean up other people's. A whip isn't the best for this, as it's not exactly the fastest, but with the amount we're running around the room, it doesn't really matter. We've not got scythe DPS, so we can't take out more than one at once. But yeah, again, with a good team, this room goes from being, oh my god, there's spiders everywhere, it is the worst thing I've ever seen, to, okay, click white. When the actual boss of the room does spawn in, it's mostly just, you know, dump 2 special attacks, change gear, change your prayers first, always change your prayers first, because that thing will one-hit you. And, yeah, again, once you're used to the room, it's not as intimidating as it looked, so very happy. And this room actually came down to being one of my more favorite rooms, because it was something that you could get better at. You could learn the rotations, you knew when something was coming. I did also install the Niloer plugin, which shows you which wave the Nilos actually spawn in on. So you know not to go for one that spawned 6 waves ago, because chances are it's going to explode. You go for the newer ones because they've got more damage potential on the pillars. The older ones have already done most of their damage. So yeah, little tidbits that I've picked up so far. So, to Zeg is one of those rooms that, obviously, before you've run Tob, it feels like the hardest thing to path through, and you know, when the maze comes up, it's very difficult to organize and get through, and oh my god, I'm gonna kill my team. Realistically speaking, the harder thing in this room is seeing the prayers coming at you from underneath. So I've got the TOA prayers on at the minute, which is a plugin that I turned on years ago because I didn't run Tob and I was just flicking about. I do change it back, which makes it a lot easier to actually see the prayers and know what's coming at you. But yeah, the maze isn't difficult. You can just click the corners of the maze. You don't have to do L movements or diagonals or skipping or being tick perfect to start off with. You just click the corners and people will follow you. As long as you know, stall on the 3rd tile in, you're fine. You're good to go. You stall on the 3rd tile until everyone's ready, and then you go. You just click corners and everyone keeps up with you. If they don't, they don't. That's their fault. That's their problem. But yeah, nice, simple room. A lot easier than I thought it was. And I've died here way too many times because I've been too confident. So don't do that. Make sure you stay focused. So there is another supplies chest here. This is the last one before going into Verzik. Mostly I was just, you know, using the supplies back up, getting 3 restores and just filling up on whatever brews I could fit. If I had anything, I'd just drink it and get another one. But yeah, I dropped the super attack now as well. Get another brew and just try and get everything I can get to stay alive. Basically, the more brews, the more chance of success for me. Zarpus is probably one of the easiest ones to just start off with. All you do is stand in your quadrant, stand on these little things that open, these exhumed on the floor, to block it, to stop its defense from healing up, I think is what it's doing. And yeah, then you just move 2 tiles every time a poison's coming at you and range it to death. Once it gets to 25% health, it'll go and start looking into the quadrants. All you'll do is put your melee gear on, hit it. You could probably get 2 whip hits in, and then make sure you stop attacking, because it will then turn. If it looks at you, you're dying. So just make sure, if it's looking at a quadrant, you either step into that quadrant or you just don't attack until it's turned and you know where it's going to face. And you won't have really an issue until you start learning how to melee this room, like this guys you can see in the clip. That's a lot more technical, but for starting out, probably wouldn't do that. Verzik is the tricky one. Still don't really know how to explain Verzik too well. All you do is get a few hits in, run behind this pillar, and wait for your turn to special down with the Dawnbringer. It's not one that I'm familiar with enough to be able to tell people exactly how to do the room, as this is where I tend to die. But phase 1 is these pillars. You just make sure the pillar doesn't go down on your head. Make sure you spec in the right time. Like, I probably should have picked that Dawnbringer up then and spec the boss like so. And then it moves on to the next phase. Phase 2 Verzik has a lot going on. I think for me, the hardest thing was learning to pop the crabs. The walking's obviously very technical, but if you've got a skilled team around you that can tell you, and you can just copy when they're clicking out and then clicking back in, it becomes more of a rhythm game than anything else. The hardest thing for me was running away from crabs, knowing I was just assuming all crabs needed to be popped if they were near me. That's not the case. They do aggro other people. All I was really doing was just running away from crabs. I was getting close and then running away, and you don't have to be that technical at all. You can just kind of wait until the crab comes towards you. Once it stops, like the tick that it stops, you click away. Like, it really is that simple. I think No Monkey or someone like that had a really good guide about, it was like a short on YouTube, and it was like, yeah, when it stops wiggling its butt, run away. And that kind of really clicked in my head more than all these other videos I was watching of people with radius markers on and all sorts of things. So as you can see there, he stopped and he just walked away. I'm very close to death. So the next phase of Verzik, the biggest real issue starting out is getting your prayers right and making sure you are praying. Like, I could have prayed a lot earlier there. I could have focused it. She does choose a tank, and all I was told to do was run under for 2 attacks, and then the tank would change if it came to me, because that's a bit too much for people. And I probably shouldn't have run through that crab because I took a big hit. But yeah, basically this one's not too bad, and once she goes into the little web phase, you're just going to run around the room, and I was switching to range, the lazy man's way. Realistically, I probably should have learnt to do the melee where you're running around the middle. Everyone gathers on that one tile. You can see tilt and thingy going to there. So yeah, they are running it there, and I'm kind of messing it up by being on the outside, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just trying my best to survive, to be honest. We'll have a quick look. As you can see, I definitely wasn't praying and stood on a crab, and that killed me in this run. We were quite close. Kind of wish I'd have survived this one, even though it was only my second run, so it's not the worst thing. You know, dying's awful, but I had a good team around me, and we managed to squeeze it out. As for the reward, unfortunately, no purple. Who'da thunk it? But yeah, it's definitely a fun raid. I will say that. It's a bit... I'm not used to it. The rewards are a bit strange. And it's very, very technical and very punishing when you don't get those technical things right. But overall, it's nowhere near as scary as I thought it would be. Especially running with the people in their clan that are just so nice and so patient and just have a lot of time to tell you where you've gone wrong and how to get better and give you lots of resources and lots of help along there. So really, I'm excited, and hopefully we see something. So, just to get used to the Verzik timing and just to practice a bit, I literally just ran through an entry mode. I know that's kind of newbie, but in all honesty, it did really help get the timing down. And just learn how to pop the crabs a bit more. I didn't make it through with very many supplies, which doesn't raise a lot of faith for running a normal mode, but obviously I won't be soloing in a normal, so I'm hopeful that this one little trip through entry is actually gonna, you know, let me see myself as MVP on that board sometime, hopefully, in a normal one. But yeah, very useful. Run number 6. Apologies for the skew with client. Yeah, I actually didn't die in this one. Unfortunately, someone did in the team, but I didn't. So I'm very happy. This is the first one I've not died in. Still not seen a purple in anyone's name yet, which isn't great. You know, I would have loved to have seen some people that are taking me and the teachers to get some purples. That would have been a bit of nice payback. But the event's going well. Everyone seems to be having fun. A lot of new people have actually been to TOB so far. It's only been a couple of days. I know I've only done 6, but I am running the event. So it's not exactly ideal for me to be learning, but the more people that end up being taught TOB and end up running TOB, mean, you know, there's more people for me to run TOB with later on down the line. So it's not like this is the only chance for me to ever run TOB with people who will teach me. We're going to do it. Get him. Get him. Hey. I actually got one on video where I'm not dead. Let's go. KC7. Any? No. That's a bit sucky. But new PB, and I didn't die. Nobody died. I think that's the first deathless, because obviously I've died in the rest of them apart from the last one. Buzzing. Let's go. KC number 8. No. But I did not die again, so we're getting better. It's getting a lot more comfier. I had a lot more supplies left over this time. It's not much, but it's honest work. Hey, wasn't even close. Never lucky. KC number 9, though. What do we get? Delicious toastals. Holy shit. I just got a gilded full helm. Well, looks like that little bad boy is coming with me to top. Let's get that on. Yeah, I'm going to wear that to top. What are they going to do? They're not going to tell me I can't come because I'm not wearing a Nezzy. I got to have a shiny golden head. Hello, we are at Stars, and any second now. There's 95 mining. Let's go back to top. KC number 10, we just about squoze it out. Nobody died at all. Ignore the person that just popped that in. No, never happened. They were here the whole time. Hopefully, never. But again, that was a nice raid. I did die earlier in the raid. I think it was at Soat. Just wasn't paying attention. Just ended up dying. But yeah, the wines are so nice from here. They are going to be juicy when we eventually come and actually like full camp top. That's going to have so many ranging potions. Another one, but never lucky. What do we get normal loot wise? Not too much. The event is coming to an end soon. I think most of us died in this raid, but it's not too bad. We're having a good time still. Yeah, simply just kind of ran out of time, really. We've seen quite a few purples from other people. I've not seen any myself. But other people during the event have got a lot of purples, which has been nice to see. Lots of learners have got KC, so I think this has been a success. Just to add as well, any vials of blood, we've been pouring our blood runes into the well so that we can technically store them for when we get it. And yeah, not doing too bad. Wish we had time to send more, but to be honest, I've kind of got things to do. There's upgrades I want to get. And I don't want to be stuck doing the melee roll. I kind of want to still go back for that blowpipe so I can do the range roll and, you know, get a few mage upgrades so I can do the mage roll and so on. I'd rather learn the whole raid rather than just one bit. So that's kind of the idea. That's where we're at the minute. Decided it's finally time. We are going to buy all of the arrowheads that we need. So we're going to say goodbye to most of our cash and just get it set up so that we can box this 99 off and make a few bag spaces just to get rid of these bloody arrowheads. And unfortunately, as nice as it was, this gilded helmet is going to have to go in the POH for probably forever. I don't think we can get it back out without the full set yet there. So we need the gilded plate, body, legs, and shield. So chances are we will never see it again, unfortunately. Time to try and grind out mole as much as possible as well. Just under 1k KC at the minute. Probably need to do about 700 KC, something like that, to cover all of our toad flexes and make all of our brews. Don't know if I'll do the full stack, as it is a very long, boring grind, which I'd rather not do. But if anything exciting happens, I'll let you know. If not, I'll see you in like 500 KC. Okay, I think this is one of the last KCs we're going to do. I only stayed around because, bang, there we go, 93 fletching. So we're just going to get these last KCs here, and then I think I'm going to go and do the rest of the fletching at pest control just to bank some prayer XP. There we go. Get rid of the screens. 90 prayer! Woohoo! Yeah, just been chilling, just doing the arrows. Not got too far for 1-2-4 combat, a double. Yeah, just kind of fletching, just having a good time. Might move on and do a bit of herbivore. I'm not too sure. Gonna trade in our mole parts, see if we can get enough to kind of, you know, cover most of these 3,300 whatever toad flexes I've got. Don't think we will, but I'm pretty sure we can death bank them. So I only have to deal with one box at a time. Realistically, I'd like to have most empty nests, but I don't think that's how it works out. I think you get the least empty nests. It looks that way. Yeah, that's a lot of nests. So we're going to have to try and balance the seeds, balance the rings, blah, blah, blah. But we'll just see how it goes. You've all seen me make brews before. Not going to bore you with it again. But yeah, empty nests just get crushed. Ring nests, the rings get dropped to the floor. I'm not saving any of them. Seeds are a bit more annoying because I'll have to make less and have my seed box out and try and store only the seeds I want to keep. And it'll get a bit messy, but yeah, I won't keep all of them if I don't need to. It becomes a bit of a drop fest, which nobody really likes. So I will see you when these are done. And there we go. That is a lot of sour brews made. Gonna have enough sour brews for a long time. Gonna try and get through some of these seeds before I read Death Bank. I think, you know, like a couple of herb runs and a couple of tree runs, and I'll actually be able to fit most of these in the seed box. The mahoganies and the teaks are nice. Spirit seed will go trade in, and yeah, should be some nice XP from this. 97 farming. Those seeds certainly are coming in useful. I don't think I'm going to keep them all. The teaks seem to be... Obviously, teaks and mahoganies are quite time-gated, so actually upkeeping those is going to take a long time. I might end up dropping the teaks and just keeping the mahoganies. Obviously, I've got space for them at the minute, but if it starts to look like it's going to be a bit awkward, I probably will get rid of a couple of them. Back to the Herblore content. I know everybody loves Herblore, but coming in, we've got 89 Herblore. Would really love to get 90 so that we can go back to Chambers. Make some super combats as well. That'd be really nice. And then Chambers is for the Overload. You want 94, so that would be a really nice goal to hit. We've not got the herb straight at the minute. Yes, I love mining stars. 96 mining. Hello, we are currently mid UIM bingo, and here is 95 fletching. Fletching's on the board, but yeah, we're also here to get some fire making XP. So hopefully we get a couple of levels. Coming in with a big hot level 88 fire making, baby. Let's go. I know I didn't have many clips from this one, but yeah, we had a really good time doing the bingo. We came really close to winning, like really close to winning. But had a good time, met some good people, and yeah, really enjoyed myself. Always enjoy myself in a UIM showdown bingo. If you've never signed up to one, there's one coming up in a couple of months. Get yourself over there, get on Twitter, sign up. You'll have a blast, I'm telling you. So I was just trying to show someone that the new zombies are kind of empty, and I just pulled the zombie axe on like 80 KC. Thought I'd just burst them. I was manually casting the burst spells, and yeah, we pulled that straight off the bat. I don't even know where it is in the collection log, but yeah, 104 KC it was. Yeah. Apparently, it's a really good weapon as well, so I'm excited to use that. I don't know where I'll use it, but maybe we go to Duke? That could be something. Hunt for some Virtus, maybe. That could be an idea. No, I'm sorry, mate. Moss is still needing his fang. Wish that would have gone to him, to be honest. That's a bit sucky. Please, fang. Please, fang. Please, fang. Please. Grats, I guess. At least it's like new, right? Oh man. You know what looks awful and is awful? Boosting and making super combats on a UIM. Oh my god, this is one of the worst things I've ever done. Like, look at this. I've boosted and I've made it. Fine. That bit makes sense. Okay? But then decanting while trying not to decant all your bloody potions, and then having to get out all 8 and 4 and then put away 4 and then withdraw some potions and then withdraw the 8 and put away the 4 and then withdraw another 4, then put away the 8, then do a 4 and then withdraw 4 and then put away the 4 and then withdraw. Oh my god, like what? Oh, there's one, and then you put those away, no, and then get them back out, so you've got 4 spaces, and then you put those away and get them out, so you've got 4 spaces, put those away and get nothing out, so you've got 4 spaces, and then you go. And that is too much for my brain to handle. But I did it though. I got some potions now. Duke! Ah! So, decided to come and try and hunt for some Virtus, just to see how it goes. But we are currently in the middle of another bingo, another one organized in the clan. So we're going to be going for the Virtus and, you know, maybe the ring or whatever. And yeah, just see how far we get. It's not as bad as I remember it being, especially not with this axe. This axe is really powerful. 50 kc at Duke. Doing a bit of a controversial way of doing it. I am not using staminas anymore. I am doing I think it's a speedrun strat where you get like 42 mushrooms and you just use you just continuously use the brown mushroom over and over again. On Duke, obviously, I'm not exactly the most skilled, so I misclick, so I'm not actually trying to do any speed attempts or anything, but it means I don't have to use staminas at all. I've had this one stamina in my inventory as a just in case for about like 30 kc now. All you have to do is watch out for the actual gas clouds on the floor, so I know that they're in a cycle, so I can stand in this one, and then I'm free to use all 30 of these, and it won't actually hit me. And yeah, it's people kind of look at it and go, "Ugh, I can't believe you're doing that. It's so quick intensive." But this is just so much better than like having to withdraw staminas and having the extra space. And yeah, we've got obviously nothing so far. Not expecting anything so far, but the boss is a lot easier than I've had a really bad time with it after the quest, and I don't know why. It could just be this weapon's better, but I'm pretty sure the pre-nerf Fang is what I was using. Or I could have been using the Arclight, and yeah, the boss is just a kind of timing thing. You just walk in, walk out, hide. Yeah. The only thing that really stops my trips is prayer rather than food. I don't really get hit by the mechanics. And it's actually quite a nice boss to just camp, but obviously it is boring, so I think that's the only thing that's going to get me, is it just boring me too much. But I can see us doing a few hundred kills probably easy. I'm sorry, I didn't get the recording, but we just got Virtus row bottoms on 71 kc. That is so lucky. Like, so lucky. It's not the piece we need for the bingo, but, you know, fucking let's go. Storable, really good mage armor, so that is a massive. Is it in this one? Yeah, if we compare it to the Mystic Bottoms, it has an enormous amount of defense, like 30s in the defenses, a plus 11 magic attack, plus 1% magic damage, plus 1 prayer. Like, they are just outstandingly better than the Mystics that I have been wearing. So happy to get that early. If we can spoon the other 3, I will be a happy guy. Just cutting some gems from Duke, and there is 90 crafting. Slowly, passively making our way to max. God damn. Oh. Is that the axe piece? Oh, no. Is that a drop? There's no way I keep that. Right. There's no way I'm keeping 4 axe pieces in my inventory. Surely not. Oh, well, that sucks. The big 200 kc. Very nice. We're having a good time still. It's a nice, easy boss to camp. Obviously, we've got very lucky on drops, but yeah, I'm having a good time. Oh! The bed! Let's go! And then Varlamore happened. So what we did is we just ran around completing all of the quests that we could in the region. Tried out a bit of the Hunter Rumors and tried out a bit of the Perilous Moons bosses. I will say that the loot from the Hunter Rewards is actually kind of massive for UIM. The noted nests that you can get, apparently you can get these, like, on average 4 just from the beginner ones. So can you imagine making a UIM now and doing Hunter Rumors for all of your Hunter? And you'd never have to kill a mole in your life apart from one for the diary, because you'd end up with about 5,000 nests, and that'll supply you for all of your things. You can bag it. You can literally crush them in noted form with the guy in the desert, bag them, and just never have to deal with the whole ring nest, seed nest, whatever BS from Wyson. Like, that's actually massive, and I think that's really understated just how good this is. I ended up doing like 3 million XP of master rumors, so that's a lot less rumors and reward stacks than you would have done, you know, getting 3 million XP from like the beginner one or the intermediate ones or whatever. You would have so many more rewards from those than the master ones. And I ended up with about 800 noted nests. Like, that is massive. And not only that, look at these XP drops. Jesus, 500 XP. You can make it up to 600 if you use the Sunfire Splinters as well. Like, you get that from everything. Like, Perilous Moons, mining, doing the rumors. You get so many bone shards. Like, 70 prayer is... You're going to have that by the time you're like 60 hunter on a new UIM. Like, it's insanely good. In fact, it might be one of the ways that we actually go and do 99 prayer is just by doing moons and by doing hunter rumors to 99. And, like, so good. Like, everything about Varlamore is so good for UIM. And let's talk about the moons. This entire dungeon being self-sufficient, and you can make basically a super combat and a prayer restore and get food and stuff, is a UIM's wet dream. In fact, an Ironman's wet dream. Like, you can literally stay in here indefinitely. The rewards aren't great. I will say that. The basic rewards aren't amazing apart from the prayer bones. The orbs, the super compass, not exactly the most useful UIM wise. I suppose you could kind of like hold on to it, but not the greatest. And the zombie axe just kind of rips all of the bosses to shreds. The blood one being the worst, but I think that's the worst for everyone. But yeah, the actual armor wise, the Blue Moon one was very, very recently changed to be lighter. The only reason I wouldn't have got it before was because it was way heavier than Arim's. The Blue Moon is the mage armor, and I think mage melee hybrid, but it's also storable in a stash unit outside, which makes it storable mage armor, technically. Now that it's lighter than Arim's, it's actually worth going for. So I do see myself coming back and getting this in the future. As for right now, I don't think I'm going to do too much. I'm just going to, you know, have a play around while it's new content. Just kill a few. Just, you know, have a good time. Get some KC under my belt. But yeah, overall, with this update, I am really, really impressed. Like, everything has blown me out of the water. It's so useful, so good. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. 92 Hunter. The clan currently has a skill of the week for Hunter going on. So we are going to try and get as close to 99, if not 99 as possible. I am away this weekend though. I'm picking up a new kitten. And so I probably won't have access to actually play apart from maybe a little bit on mobile. So I don't think I'll actually hit 99, but hopefully we can get pretty close. And that is the last Quetzal landing spot done. So that's nice. Yes, finally. Been trying to set up this bloody block list for so long. So the novice guy's got Teku Salamanders, we've got a Pyrofoxes guy, and we've got a Kebbit guy, and I'm pretty sure that pretty much covers it. So we should just get like Herbivore and the Dashing Kebbits and other nice easy ones. So it should be smooth sailing from here on out. Coming in with 93 Hunter. 94 Hunter. I missed it because it was the reward, but we just got 95 Hunter. Still got a couple of days left, but yeah, not too much I can get. Just missed it, but that was 250 rumors for the Hunter Guild. We've got our perfected whistle and we've got the full outfit. So yeah, we're just kind of going for XP at this point, but it's been really good, really varied. It's been quite nice. I've liked it. 96 Hunter, baby. Let's go. And that is 300 rumors done. I'm actually going to call it there. I don't think I've got enough time to actually hit the next level. But I really want to get this prayer done. So we're going to keep these sunlight splinters to use for the wines. And then we're going to have a good time. Good God, that is a lot of XP in my inventory. 76,000 bone shards. Like, Jesus. Look at the state of this. Like, pew, 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 pew. That was 3,000 per XP. Pew, 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 pew. Like, you cannot beat that. I was training Hunter, not even thinking about prayer, and look at the absolute state of how much prayer XP I can get just from doing that. It is unrivaled how good the passive prayer from Valamorin. Like, Jesus. And you can buy unlimited wines. As long as you've kept your Sunfire Splinters, you get unlimited wines from somewhere in Civitas Fortis. Stick your Sunfire Splinters in, bless them up top, and then just use an entire inventory back to back to back to back to back. As long as you keep your prayer up by using the altar or whatever, you're laughing. Absolutely laughing. All done with our bone shards, and the passive prayer XP from just training Hunter over a couple of days was 456k. 456,000 prayer XP. Unbeatable. So good. Decided to finish off just doing old school Hunter, and there is 97 Hunter. But we're not going to go further than that. Just going to finish off our arrows doing it here. Still holding on to quite a lot of herbs that we got from Hunter Room, so they're the only ones I've really been stacking. And yeah, chilling. Hello, I made super restores. And Sarah brews. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Now we're okay. Never even doubted it for a second. There it is. Level 90 herb law. We do not need to ever boost for a super combat or an overload in raids. That's going to be so much nicer. I've been boosting for these super combats like as and when I can, and it's just miserable. Absolutely, it's doable, but it's just absolutely miserable. So I'm very glad that we can just have a bad time making the potions and not the worst time making the potions. So hooray for us. We took that 90 herb law and went straight to chambers. So the clan I'm sure this is like the 12th event of the actual video, but we're actually running a Chambers Boss of the Week event with loads and loads and loads of random challenges thrown in. I'll chuck a couple of them up on screen, flick them by so you can see all my beautiful artwork, including meme competitions and just having an overall good time, bad time, seeing if we can just pull ourselves the prayers. I would really, really, really like to see a Dex and an Arcane this week. That would make me very happy. I'm not asking for a T-bow. I'm not asking for nothing else, but Dex and an Arcane will be chef's kiss. So, being a UIM, I dropped my pickaxe and salve outside of the door so that I've got a few extra bits of room for potions. I think this is fine because I've got a tile at the end of the raid saying, don't forget your stuff. And, yeah, I can confirm that that doesn't do shit. And I just kind of left and lost my imbue scroll and my pickaxe and cried about it. But then I realized I had like 8 million Nightmare Zone pots, so it wasn't the worst thing. But yeah, this is the reason if you ever see me not drop pots, I just don't trust myself. I've set the stirs as left click is empty, or right click's empty, so I have to left click to leave, but it just doesn't stop me. I'll just leave my stuff there. So I don't trust myself. I'm not splitting my pots. So yeah, if you see me having pots in my inventory, you can call me a noob in the comments. That's fine. I don't mind. I'm too much of an idiot to not forget my potions, so I'm just not gonna unless I start running CMs, and then I'll do it. When it gets tricky and I have to, I'll do it. But at the minute, I can run a 3+4, and I don't need to drop any potions. I've got plenty of supplies, so I'm gonna keep them in my inventory so I don't just delete them. 97 mining. Let's go. We love shooting stars. Crap. What about the medium? Also crap. Okay, lovely. That's a lot of legs. Hard. I mean, completely useless, but pretty cool, I guess. Okay. Redeemed itself. Purple, 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 purple. Don't tell me what it is. Oh, that's obviously fucking sick, but that's my Virtus bottoms. It could have been any other piece. I mean, I still think that's a massive upgrade, but if it could have been the top, that would have been so juicy. but goodbye Virtus Bottoms, I guess. I guess they're going in the house. I mean, it's a nice attack upgrade. I don't think defensive it's any better, but yeah. Goodbye Virtus Bottoms it is. First purple as well. I'm very happy about that. We were starting to get a little bit dry there. I think we were like 70 KC, and yeah, we should have seen a lot more. I think I've only seen 2 purples before this. An Ancestral Top. Or maybe it's just one. I think I've only seen 1 Ancestral Top. I hadn't actually seen any other purples in all the raids that we've run in this event so far. But that is fucking sick. Let's go. Big upgrades. Big upgrades. If only we could get these kind of spoonage and upgrades in a certain other boss that shall not be named, because I don't want to go back there, and I know after this event I'm going to have to go back there. I just don't want to kill the snake anymore. I just want my blowpipe. Okie dokie, and Virtus Bottoms are locked away. I kind of like my Virtus Bottoms. I wish I'd have got full Virtus, but there's not real much point keeping 2 outfits out, and realistically we want to do Ancestral more than I want to do, well, I want to do Chambers more than I want to do Desert Treasure 2 bosses, because there's a lot more upgrades I can get from Chambers than I can get from Desert Treasure 2 right now. So I think that is how it's going to be. Send in a big old mass raid to send out the event. Big up the guys from Iron Relax. Honestly, we've had a fucking sick time this week. I've felt like I've properly learned how to actually do Chambers, and yeah, these guys have been really nice to raid with, and we've had a good time. So I hope you all enjoyed. I enjoyed. And we're going to send this raid, see if we can't see another couple of purples before the event ends. And then I'm probably going to use up all my supplies. And unfortunately, it is back to Zulrah for me after this. So let's see if we can't snag that dex to make that a bit nicer. Good luck, good luck. If we survive, I have no bruise left. I really don't want to get hit. And wait, did we really not get a purple at all? It was like a 1 in 3 chance. Ooh, Dark Relic though. I've just made 500 recoils for my ring, and I think you know what that means. These gold bars are the last things I'm going to use up, and then we are actually going to head back over to Zulrah. We're going to send 500 rings of recoils worth, or we're going to get the blowpipe. Hopefully our RNG actually like picks up, because I think we're owed like 9, 10 purples. 9 or 10 drops at the minute we are dry. That we are technically owed. So hopefully, we go back there. It's only been like 20, 30 KC since the Onyx. So hopefully we can get spooned like another 5 drops in the next few hundred KC, and that would make it feel nicer. Because the worst part about Zulrah wasn't going dry for the blowpipe. It was getting absolutely no drops at all. So, I have faith. I reckon we can pull it around this time. Who knows? Maybe we get 3 blowpipes. That won't happen. I'm not staying after 1. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, I lied. I'm going to use the planks, and then I promise I'm going to Zulrah. I'm not procrastinating. You are. Okay, it's finally time. We're going to be running with cheese, potatoes, and stews until we actually get a drop of manta rays. Hopefully, once we get 1 drop of manta rays, we can kind of sustain. I think on rate, it's like 1 in 10. Which means 1 drop gives us 3.5 manta rays per kill, and we use about 2.5 mantas on average now. So fingers crossed we can just get manta rays and survive off them. It's just getting to the manta rays first, so hopefully we don't go too long without it. First kill back, what we saying? No. Could have been. Maybe next time. Okay, first little milestone coming in should be 1550 KC. I promise you I'm not going to bore you with every single one, but just so we kind of know where we're starting at. I think it's been like 50 KC since that last Onyx. Well, the Onyx from last episode, so. Yeah, but yeah, at least it's a drop. Happy that we're seeing drops. 16, 18 KC, so... What? That's exactly 1001 kills since our last non-Onyx unique, which was also a Magic Fang, but that scales, and at least we're seeing drops. So, the floodgates have opened. I expect that we're going to get I say another unique within 50 KC. Well, we just got an Onyx, like 40 KC after the last drop. I was just staring at it for ages and forgot to hit record, so at least we get another drop. I don't really know what to do with this one, so I'm just going to kind of keep hold of it. Maybe I think of something. Maybe I want to make a ring of stone and just go stand behind people. I don't know. We'll see. 1650 KC. Not another one. Like, literally, what, 20 kills after the Onyx? So we've had like 4 drops in like 170 KC or something now. So I told you the floodgates are opening. They're not the right item, but we're seeing items, so that's good. I'm not annoyed that I'm seeing like Onyxes and Magic Fangs, because it is scales, and the more scales I have, the less I have to ever come back. So 1700 KC at the big silly snake for another Runite bar. I'm sure that's rare drop table, and I've had like 20 since coming back, I swear to God. I am so happy, but I was literally just typing out. Because someone said, when's the next episode? I'm getting caught up. And the kill was finishing, and I literally was typing out saying, when I get blowpipe. And I don't even think I'd got through the word blowpipe, and it dropped. And I cannot... Look. When's your next episode? I've been getting caught up. 1725 KC, like, bang on. Sorry, let me just get a screenshot. I cannot believe that I called that. I mean, called it. I've called it every kill, but look, when I get blowpipe, I was literally typing. I'm gonna put the clip back up. Look. So he's just died. I'm tired to die, but when I get blow, and it's there, and I hadn't even properly looked up, but I'd heard the sound. You just couldn't have written that. You could not have written that any better. Like. That is just perfect. I cannot believe it. I am over the moon, and my reaction was kind of shit because I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know what to write, and I was writing blowpipe, so I didn't believe it. So big ups, honest to God. We're done. I'm tempted to just drop the SERP and drop the Ring of Suffering so I never have to come back. I know it's useful in Inferno, and I know I said when I got Blowpipe I'd do Inferno, and maybe I want to go and get a Sarah Sword, and the SERP is useful, not a Sarah Sword, an SGS, and the Sarah Sword, God damn it, I can't even speak, my mind is a mess. The Ring of Suffering's good there, the SERP's good for doing the minions, blah blah blah, so I won't drop it yet, but it's there. If I need a space, I'm going to end up dropping those 2 items. So any other uses that you can think of for those guys that have watched me for a while that I've not thought of and I've not already done, because I've done like Bandos, I need to do Inferno still, I might do Saradomin. I can't think of any other use cases. I don't use it for Tob or anything, so yeah, this is probably going to be my last clip of the video. Oh god, that's on screen, I'll have to black that out. This will probably be like my last clip. Like, this video is probably well long, because I'm pretty sure I've not put any, I'm pretty sure I've got clips from like January, February time, and it's like April, and I don't feel like I've done a lot, but like I've done like Duke, and I've done Chambers, and we've done Tob. Actually, I think Tob's one of the first things we did. Oh my god, we have done so much. 1 second, let me record an outro, but give me 2 seconds. Just realized these anti-venoms are actually like 6k each, so I think I'm going to drop them over to an alt along with the Onyx and stuff that I've just dropped over. But this, look at that, 120 XP each. I can't believe I wasn't keeping these for the longest time. Like, that was such a dumb move on my part, but oh well, it's done now. Yo, okay, so that's a long-ass episode, and I know because I've just edited it, and honestly, I could cut it down and cut a lot of things out, but in my eyes, we've been going for that long now that those of you that are going to watch any of my videos at this rate, you're probably going to watch a 50-minute video. It's more like background content. You'll probably have me on a side screen. You know, that's what I do in my videos. I love a long form video. So, yeah, in this one, you know, we did a little bit of Tombs of Amascut. We started off at Theatre of Blood. Got nothing at Theatre of Blood. We got nothing at Tombs of Amascut apart from that one fang. We got our ancestral robe bottoms from Chambers of Xeric, which did replace the Virtus robe bottoms that we got from Duke earlier. We also got the Duke pet, which is one of the sickest, ugliest ass pets in the game. And yeah, that just kind of leaves us with where do we really go from here. We've got to go back to Chambers, obviously, because we really want those prayers. But it would just be kind of cool if we had a bigger goal in mind. Those prayers would be ideal for, say, oh, I don't know, maybe going for a certain cape somewhere, you know? Or maybe even better yet, we don't just go for that cape. We get that one, and maybe we then start grinding for max. We are pretty close, you know. We're less than 100 levels away. It's time to focus up.